there is a boundary condition, there's an overall constraint, which is the leverage constraint. Without applying any kind of risk weighting, I want to know the face value of your assets. And I want to make sure that the value of your asset divided by your equity does not exceed a certain multiple, which in this case is 5 times. So two lots of bad news for you as owners of this bank when you come into work. Firstly, your equity value has just halved. And secondly, you'll have the regulator on your doorstep because for a $1 move in the value of the unit price of your asset, your leverage multiple has gone to 9. The way you do deleveraging is you need to sell assets so that you bring that down the debt and make the ratio compliant again. So how do we do that? This is the way that Jon has modeled it. Let's introduce something called a price impact factor, lambda. So in our previous example, we sold 44 units and we were left with 56 units. The price had dropped from $10 to $9, and the fact that we sold 44 units did not impact the price. It stayed at $9. He says, let's assume that there is an impact of your action. And that impact can be small, it can be large. Let's make it a small impact for now. Which means that after you've done your selling, the price will no longer be at $9. It was $10, $9, now it's going to be lower. How much lower? Well, that depends on this equation. And we know the leverage multiple needs to be how many times? 5 times. And so the quantity that we need to be left with is 45 units. It's 45.21. But we have 55. So we go, oops, we have 55, we have 10 too many. So go and sell another 10. Once you've sold it, you put that back into this equation again, and you go iterate over and over again. It starts to converge. So after you do it 10 times, then it doesn't move much. So ultimately you sold 57 instead of the 44 that we said you would sell in the exogenous case. And that lambda, it's always useful to ask or discuss what could affect that lambda number.